First of all, I want to thank Merce for inviting me and Tom for inviting me. Merce, the work done for the school this year during these trying circumstances is really quite fantastic. The accomplishments that you guys have been able to provide and the framework and the support you've been able to provide to the students. TJ, thanks. I've always said that my wife is the best person in the Rathi family, and that's because she impacts the kids the most. And I think you guys get to see that firsthand with what she's been doing for all of you. And hopefully that's been a really good ride. But I really have to give a big shout out to Dro for everything he's done this year. Not only has he had to deal with everything we've all dealt with coronavirus, et cetera, but to do it the way he's done it with all the other personal things that have been going on in his life. I am absolutely humbled to have him introduce me, and the gratefulness I have for somebody like Dro being at the school. He's really, I saw a sign as I was walking in here about who the real heroes are. Dro to me should have his picture right next to that sign. He is a real hero here, and I appreciate him every day. Dro gave you guys my background. I also have the real benefit of having 3 daughters that have graduated from Morgan Park Academy. So I have the perspective of giving, I wouldn't call it advice, but some observations that I think will hopefully be helpful for you all. And I have the perspective not only being a graduate of this wonderful academic institution, but also seeing it through the eyes of my 3 children who are obviously much more recent graduates. One is graduating actually from college next week. And then the other one is a junior at University of Illinois, and the eldest one graduated a few years ago from college. So I think I have a little bit more of a current perspective on this as well. Dro also gave you my background in terms of education as well as my professional experience. So I'm not going to bore you with that, but I am going to start with telling the class here, 2021, a really heartfelt congratulations. This is a major accomplishment. And what you may not appreciate, because we do live in a little bit of a bubble on this campus, is how big of an accomplishment it is. This is one of the finest academic institutions in Illinois. You've gotten through it. You've gotten through 4 years of it. Some of you probably have gone through 12 years of it, and you are much better for it, not just because of the academic pedigree and what you're going through here, but also because of everyone in this room and the diversity in this room and what you learn from each other. So congratulations, but here's what I also know. The bigger steps are ahead of you, and you're going to continue to hear that because it's true. Your life doesn't end right here with a graduation and a degree from Morgan Park Academy. It's just the beginning, but it's up to you to take those steps and do something with it. Your parents have invested a tremendous amount of money, resources, time into your education, but you're going to be starting in the fall and you're going to be on your own. And now it's going to be up to you to show what you want to do and to work hard and to really sort of optimize what you can bring to the table. And the way I like to look at it is leave the world a better place because you've been here. Do something good with it and do something that you can be proud of, which really leads me to my lessons for consideration. One is there's no substitute for hard work. I've not met one person in my life who's gotten ahead, you can define that however you want, without working hard. And you could look at your classmates and you could see who works hard and who doesn't, and you could see who's gotten ahead and who hasn't. You could look at it on the basketball court, on the soccer field. Working hard gets you places. You're gonna have to work hard. There's no shortcuts to working hard. If you want the right outcome, you're gonna have to work hard. But the second part of that is you need to find something that you're gonna be passionate about. Because working hard in something that you don't like, it's not fun. You're not going to do it for a long time, and you're not going to be passionate about it, and you're not going to do it well. Over time, you're going to need to find something you're passionate about, and that's going to make you work hard and be the best that you can be. So as you go through this experience in college, you're going to have to work hard, but you're going to be through a self-evolutionary process of learning more about yourself to find out what you like actually working hard in. And that's going to be your challenge ahead of you. Some of you may go in as an economics major, come out as a bio major, but you're going to find out what you like and what you don't like, which leads me to another item. Don't be afraid of failure. The other thing I know is I've never met anyone that's been successful in life that hasn't failed in life in some capacity. And if you don't fail somewhere, you probably haven't taken the risk to get the reward and you haven't pushed yourself. If you haven't pushed yourself, trust me, a few years later, you'll look back and you'll ask yourself, you know, I probably could have done X and I didn't do it. And I didn't do it because I was afraid not to do it. Push yourself, and then trust me, you will find out more about yourself and it'll make you only stronger. And I believe that wholeheartedly here, which gets me to my last point that I wanted to share with you here. When I look at my experience at Morgan Park Academy, what I think all of you need to look at and reflect upon is that this is the perfect school at the perfect time. I'll tell you exactly what I mean by that. I don't mean just the education you've received, but you think about all the troubles we're having in the world today. And the one good thing about this place is everyone is viewed because of their character and not because of anything else. And the world is a lot better place when people look at the world that way. And each of you have experienced that. You have friends that are Hindu, that are Muslim, that are Christian, that are Catholic, they're Irish, they're Indian, they're all over the map, yet people don't look at them as all over the map. We look at them as part of this community, part of our DNA. And as you leave this wonderful academic institution, what I'm going to tell you, one of the best things I've ever received from this institution didn't have to do with, you know, where I graduated in the class and my academic standing. It had to do with the fact that I got to be associated with so many different people from so many different backgrounds that allowed me to understand who people really are. And you have such a head start on your classmates, and you'll realize that next year when you're in the fall, when you're in college, you'll realize you guys look at things differently. And I'm going to tell you, you look at it better than what most of the world does. And that is a big advantage. Take advantage of that advantage. You know that diversity is a good thing. Be nurturing of your classmates, of your fellow students, and know that the world is a better place because of what you guys can do to make a difference. So I'm incredibly grateful that Merce and Tom and TJ gave me an opportunity to chat with you guys. I promised Merce I'd keep it under 7 minutes. So I'm going to keep it under 7 minutes. And just continue your journey. Congratulations. I'm really looking forward to hearing great stories about how you guys have achieved your goals that you wanted to. And I am going to give out a shout out to the University of Chicago. So we're good on that one. So.